Alright, y'all. What are we doing today while the game is thinking about loading up? What? There we go. Holy shit. That was taking a little while. I was getting a little confused. Oh, Dazzler. How dare you, Dazzler? Hold on. I need to do a little something something. Gotta say hi in somebody's chat in order to keep my stream, my watch streak alive. Oh, man, I'm making a funny derp. I'm making a funny joke in their chat. Hi, Holly. I'm gonna see if that actually reacts to it. Oh no. Alright, that's not. I'm not playing that character. We're not playing that one. Wait. Where are we? Oh, he sounds a little bit. Alright. So, there's a streamer I like to watch called. Did it actually. Yeah, whatever. So, there's this streamer I like to watch called Thaddeus. And he's currently streaming a GTA 5 cop by the name of Rome Dazzler. All of his characters have the name Dazzler, which is funny as hell. When I first started watching his channel, I was like, wait, Dazzler like the X-Men character? No, not at all. Anywho, I was gonna go look and see who's streaming in the Lotro category. There's a whole bunch of people streaming Lotro tonight. There's folks on the official, there's Aubrey, and pretty much everybody else. So let's get some folks, some butts in the seats. Get your friends, come watch. God damn it. Anyhow, we're not going to continue Halloween Harvest Meth stuff where I left off on the official. I'm actually going to go back and start working on my class quests and stuff. And the irony is this character's level 40 and her milestone is still at Mossford. Getting more cold tea and grapes. That sounds delightful. What we need to do, though, is we need to go to Rivendell. So we're going to go through my mead hall to get to Rivendell. And one thing I wish is that these deeds, your level 39... class deeds were actually quests that you can, yeah, it's kind of annoying, but it is what it is. Alright, let's go. Let's go. Kind of looks like the Aurora, which I did not get to see last night, because unfortunately, I'm in an area where I should have been able to see it, but, like, the geographic area where I am, it was well within the Aurora, space. Because I have a friend in in Topeka, Kansas who saw it. I know people in fucking Georgia saw the damn Aurora last night. And alas, I'm not in a place where I would have had to have driven like 15 miles away from my house and find some random ass cornfield out of town to be able to like sit there and just look up and watch the Aurora in relative peace. But anywho, we're going back to the Angle of Methithel, which means we need to go to Rivendell. And we're going to get back to our shenanigans. Galbus! Hello. So we have a lot of fun stuff going on in Lotro right now. We do have, Angmar and Mordor are still churning away quite happily. We do have Harvest Math up right now. And all of my characters are parked in their spot. Those who need to get the thing are ready to get the thing. So, we're going to go back to our questing here. And I am Again, not really messing with any of this stuff, which I probably should, but I actually should, because this is not in like an XP boost weekend. I kind of want to get my stuff, but then I also just want to get back to what I'm doing here in Thingy-majiggers. So we're gonna go grind some leveling. Let me get my perks going. I have 2 uses of that. That's gonna help get me some more XP. And the goal here really is to just the goal is to get to level 45, and then when I get to level 45, I'm gonna head over to Moria, no matter where I am in the epic, and go to town over there. So we are going to Tornhad.
How can I be of service?
I just wish they didn't have like these two, like Thorinhad or Tornhad. I mean, literally, there's like 2 additional letters between. It's kind of vexing. I'm not gonna lie. At least in general terms, for those characters that I haven't really done a full exploration of all of the stable masters on, it's easy for me to pick out, oh yeah, the one I haven't gone to yet, that's the one I'm not gonna go to. That kind of deal. But it's pretty. What time of day is it? What time of night is it? The late watches. That's right, it's the late watches. Alright, so we got a couple different things we can do. We can actually start the quest over here. So one of the things about the Angle of Methithel is you can start questing there at level 35. But you have to be like level 37, 38 before you can get half the quests. And then the last couple of quests you can only get when you're level 40. And so that includes this one right here. What in the world is going on? Oh, Twitch is being a Twitch. I'm not gonna worry about it. Alright. And Twitch just said I should gift people subs. I'm like, I don't have money for that shit. Okay, reach the ranger cache before he does. We're gonna do this quest to get it out the way. He's gonna always beat us to them, so I'm not gonna fuss. Hi, kitty cat. Your little noodle. The kittens have had their snacks. The kitties have had snacks. Let's move this up here so I can actually see where the hell I'm going. So in terms of zone design, I'm kind of like, okay. The other thing I can do is if I finish like all of the quests here early on for the angle, and I complete the entire everything that's available to do in the angle, then what I'll do is I'll go up to Wildwood and I'll start collecting these pages, because why the hell not? And also that means I can grind rep to get the sailing option for the Trader's Wharf, which will be nice. I do like the late watches, light blue skies. Not gonna lie, I really do like them. It's like, how could this guy outrun me on my horse? I don't get it, but you know. It's a quick, easy pile of XP, so I ain't gonna worry about it. That rich blue. I love it! So we had a good, fun time today on Lotro Stream. I did go into a little bit of a rant. Since I'm on my own channel, I can say that I really don't like their plan for the Valars. For folks who got the current expansion. I can't jump on it? How dare. Okay, I'm supposed to apprehend him. He's over here. On you. Stop it. Come on. Alright. So, I gave my undiluted opinion on what I thought about their plan for the Valars. Yes, I'm like, alright, you're gonna give this lesser Valar to folks who got any edition of the expansion, which they don't normally give Valars to the low tier, to the $20 tier. Okay. Take that back to their house. Okay. We do need to go kill some things on the way, so let's go find some wolves and wargs and murder them on the way back, so that'll help. And we'll kill this dead dude again. So, one of the things that they've... And I'll go over it a little bit, but now I can actually say a little bit more, because I was actually trying to spare a little bit of, you know... Because Orion was actually still in chat, so I don't know if he's watching the stream after he hopped off the stream. But he has been known to watch my stream, and just randomly comment on shit. So... But I don't think Silverland's, the idea of having multiple tiers of Valars. And I think one of the problems is they're calling it like a level 150 level up package, right? So they're not actually part of the Valar system per se, right? So I don't think these are the ones that are going to be available in the store later on when they do actually set up a 150 Valar, when they intend the level cap of the game to go to 160, which is not going to be with this upcoming expansion. So with previous expansions, they did a, hey, catch up to your buddies, you know, at this expansion kind of deal. Honestly, they need to overhaul every single fucking Valar in the game, because the Valars don't, pardon me, they don't really help folks who have special travel skills. I mean, there's so much wrong with the existing Valar. So this level up package that they're offering for all, now that I'm thinking about it, and the fact that they aren't calling them a Valar, so it's very important. Again, close reading to the text, you know, it's like Professor Corey loves. So they're not calling it a Valar. There. However. Okay, weren't the River Avonk here, or are they across the River Avonk? Avonk. I want the Avonk. You know, I could not get anywhere without finding 50 million Avonks the last time I played in this area, and now I can't find anything but dead people and flies. So I think the Avonk are actually toward this way. So we're gonna go swimming in the river. Oh, it's so pretty. Look how pretty that is. And the water in the mist is just so, so good. It's so good. This game is so good. So they're not calling them Valars, so I think that's probably something they need to make more of a mention of in their comments and stuff about it, and saying these aren't Valars. I mean, they're not actually using the term Valar, right? But I think they need to actually explicitly state, look, these aren't Valar. Stop calling them Valars. They're not Valars. Okay, we're actually here. I'm getting... Oh, I know where I is. I know where I am. Okay, so I was thinking I was someplace that I wasn't. So we're gonna go... we're gonna go find some critters to murderize. It is very atmospheric, though, I'm not gonna lie. Let's go kill this wolf. Here, wolf. Here, wolf. There, wolf. There, castle. So, I think I'm right in thinking that these are not going to be Valar packages that will become available in the Lotus store later. Because I don't think they're going to break with tradition and have 2 separate Valar packages that have 2 separate things in them. I don't think they're going to start selling them that way. So I'm expecting that they may not even make a 150 Valar. Or they will make a 150 Valar whenever the game is ready for whatever expansion is coming after the Legacy of Morgoth. Morgoth. You gotta roll your R's. Morgoth. Morgoth? Fish? So there is that question, right? Okay, are these actually Valars? Are we intended to think of them as Valars? And I think the answer to that question is no, we're not. So I understand where Orion was coming from when he was saying, you know, the amount of value we're putting into this is, you know, we think it costs X, Y, or Z amount. However, so I understand where they're adding value to something already. And honestly, there is also an element of the simple fact that they shouldn't have, I don't know, they shouldn't have caved to all the folks who said, oh my god, put Valars, where's the Valars? Dude, where's my Valar? I mean, and this is just me armchair quarterbacking here, right? That by saying, okay, we're gonna give everybody who buys the base and collector's edition this non-Valar level up package. I think kind of what they're saying is we're gonna make an actual proper Valar later. This one we can just give you for free, but this one, we think the stuff in this cost X amount of money, and so if you only spend 20 bucks on the expansion, you know, honestly, the lower tier one I could kind of see for buying the base tier, and then maybe the upper 2 for, you know, the collectors and ultimate. I do wonder, though, how they're going to handle folks who buy the base and then upgrade to collectors and then upgrade to ultimate. Because if each tier is supposed to give you a Valar, or this level up package, I don't know how they're going to work it out, but it doesn't... I imagine the way that Severlin clarified it to say that it's going to be I need one more bonk. Damn it. One more bonk. A bonk. A bonk, I say. Just one more bonk. No dead people. I know there's plenty of a bonk to the east here. Along the road. But I know I'm having a little bit of trouble, getting this thought out while I'm also trying to do this other thing. I think the core here is not, oh my god, dude, where's my Valar? Is many of the voices that I've seen going on about it on the forums are voices who wanted, they don't care, they don't care about getting a level up boost. They don't care about necessarily playing with their friends. They already are playing with their friends, right? What they want is they want the VXP. That's all they care about. Because one of the things I've seen in discussions amongst the player community in various places is that, and this is why the two separate versions of this level up package are why people are fussing about why aren't they the same for both, or why isn't there just one and you give, one to base or collectors and then you give two to ultimates. It's all about the VXP, right? Nobody's gonna care about any of the other things in that because those are standard. What a lot of people buy Valars for are for the VXP things. These are the same people who constantly go on about, we want to have account-wide VXP. Which, Standing Stone is probably never going to give that to people. Why? Because they're making money off of people buying Valars. I'm not saying it's good, I'm not saying it's bad, I'm just saying that's how the fucking shit works, right? If all they want is the VXP, make them pay for it, right? So they're not going to get VXP unless they buy the ultimate. Or upgrade to the ultimate. So I'm sure they have some sort of table to say, okay, this item, we feel it's worth this amount of money. Like, this is all, I'm not going to say funny money, because that implies, big money, monopoly money or whatever. But they have put a dollar value on every item in that thing, and they have to, they've decided what they feel matches the dollar value of the expansion. And the thing is, there is kind of a point when you compare. Let me actually go to the page. Lotro.com/expansions. Alright, we're going to go into the expansions page. So, let's even go look at Corsairs of Umbar. There was a Corsairs of Umbar. Oh, that's currently... Yeah, that's actually kind of weird that they're not... that they're giving this level up package to the standard edition as well. And the collector's edition. And then they're giving a second one with more stuff. Basically, the VXP thing. Oh, shit. This is even... honestly, this is worse than I thought it was. So, on the actual page for this expansion, Legacy of Morgoth, it says, the base level up package is the level up item, including the Seeker of Deep Places that lets you use yellow eyes, the riding trait. Oh, it does say a War Steed, because that was something that was not in Severlin's original statement. And instance discoveries or skirmish unlocks. Level 150 gear, which is rare armor, jewelry, and offhands, which is purples. Some Valars gave you purples. I think a couple, like the 120s and 130s, gave you cyans, teals, whatever, call them whatever you like. And then it says 2 basic LI boxes, Select weapon and class item assorted uncommon traceries. So this is like the lowest tier of traceries you can get. And for those who have the ultimate package, it's account bound, delivered to the first post novice, same, on or after the 16th. So we can almost guarantee there's going to be a patch on the 16th, whatever. And so it's got the level up to 150 item. It's got the level 150 gear, but it doesn't say whether it's rare or incomparable. So not purple or cyan. His post on the forums, I almost said BB post like this is a mush or something. It's so weird. But his post on the forum said that it was also supposed to be rare armor, whatever. So still purple gear. 2 rare legendary item boxes, which is the weapon or class item and assorted rare traceries. So this can actually also be interpreted to mean that you can get a weapon or the class item, but you can't get both. It's so weird. So you're going to get 2 rare LI boxes. And you also get 1 million VXP. It's equivalent to the Valor Virtual Token offer for the level 140 characters. So that's that. But let's compare that with all the other fun stuff. I mean, there's a lot of... I think what their original decision was, before a lot of people pitched a fit, and I'm using that phrase deliberately because people pitched a fucking fit. Some people are like, you know, I'm expecting a Valor here. I'm used to a Valor coming with my real money purchase. And they were a lot more reasonable about it. But there's some, you know, whatever. And so let's go take a look. I'm going to go take a look at the Corsairs of Umbar thing. No, I don't want to buy it. I want to look at it, you silly webpage. So, Corsairs of Umbar had a Valar level boost to 140. The Collector's Edition, and that's the Ultimate Edition. The Collector's Edition did not have a Valar. At all. It had no VXP. And the base tier of Corsairs of Umbar, this was basically, here, have a character slot, a title, a frame, Mariner class, and the content for $40. So, before the Shadow Ultimate Edition, again, no level cap increase, no Valar. Not a Valar to be found. However, you did get some VXP out of it, so that was kind of nice. Fate of Gundabad had a Valar, Ultimate Edition did. The Fate of Gundabad Collector's Edition had a Valar included. And the standard Fate of Gundabad did not have one. War of Three Peaks. Not a Valar to be found. It had some VXP in the Ultimate Fan Bundle. So, War of Three Peaks, no level cap increase, no Valar. So, theoretically, I understand Standing Stone's thing. So, basically, okay, I'm going to say this. Standing Stone should have held their ground and said, look, we're not doing a level cap increase. If you want to play with your friends, start at level 140, get to 150, and then go play with your friends. God damn it. So, on some level, it's like, look, we're not going to give you a Valar for an expansion where there's no level cap increase. There's 2 examples of this. And in fairness, one of those was the Before the Shadow expansion, which is now free to everybody to play. But if you want the goodies, you have to go buy them for real money. To me, it's kind of dumb. To me, it's kind of dumb. That they allowed players to bully them into giving them this level thing. And then are freaking... So, okay, now I'm better understanding. Because one of the things... I mean, a couple of the other things that you get with these various Valors... Or, I'm sorry, the various tiers of the expansion... You know, the titles, the frames... And then as soon as you get the Collector's Edition, you get the Collector's Edition cosmetics, pet, and mount. And then for the Ultimate, you're going to get 2 fucking mounts. You're getting 2 damn mounts. One of which we've never had in the game before. You know, we have not had an Oryx as a mount in the game. We've never even fucking seen one. And... It's like, give the Ultimate folks a fucking 150 Valar and don't give anything because you didn't... Maybe, I don't know. But the thing is, the Valars that were given with previous expansions that had them for the Collector's Edition people were the same Valars that the Ultimate Edition people got. Never Valar if you've not played a class. Yeah. And Lore Master is hella fun. I love Lore Master. I mean, I did Valar classes that I hadn't played. I would personally say, if you're going to Valar a class, play it to level 45 or so you get the basic idea of how you have all your basic, you know, stuff going on with it. And then if you want to Valar it, go for it. But ultimately, I think they made the wrong decision on this one. I'm not going to lie. They shouldn't have caved. But if they had caved, they should have just said, okay, Ultimate people, you get 2 Valars. Collectors, you get 1 Valar. And this is what's included in the Valar. And make it an actual fucking Valar, right? I say, Galbus, play a fucking Lore Master. Stop dragging your fucking heels on it. So, yeah.
How can I be of service?
Oh, you dummy. Okay. I just think on some level, I don't think they made the right call on it, honestly. I think they should have just stuck to their guns or made a proper Valar to give away for both tiers like they normally do. Because by breaking the tradition and not giving a full Valar package, it just, I don't know, it just sends the wrong message, I think. And also will make it more difficult in the future when they do create... And I think that's part of the problem is they weren't expecting to create... They didn't expect a 150 Valar because they weren't expecting to do... You know, it's like they haven't created one yet. So they're having to, you know, create one on the fly. And so I think... I'm just thinking there's just basically... You know... But, you know, the ship has sailed. Pandora's box is open. Right? They've already announced what the base plans are going to do. And other than tweaking it, because they can't just take it away now. So this is going to be cool for people who buy the lower tier, the lowest tier, is that they're going to get a Valar. When the lowest tier of an expansion typically doesn't. So that's different. And when it comes time to actually make a proper 150 Valar, what's going to happen is that people who got this freebie, even though it's a freebie, It is 1000% a freebie because you already paid your money, so you didn't get it at the time. So guess what? They're giving you extra goodies. They're not, making your money better or, make it so, hey, you're just getting more value out of things. Honestly, not gonna lie, I fucking hate it when they mention the word value. I hate it because it's become like a watchword for them on some level. It's like we want value, and it's like, have you asked us what we think is valuable?
Megovanen.
Oh no, they threw the painting out. And now I can wear all this cool stuff that I've been picking up in the angle of the title. Dun 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 dun. So I've been ranty McRant today about that. But other than that, I really actually like the stream Orion did today in place of Court of the Rings. It was actually really good. Yeah, sometimes I need to go back and watch VODs too because I'm keeping more of an eye on chat to make sure everybody's behaving themselves. But today everybody was pretty chill, so good times. I swear to God, I'm gonna go chase those chickens all over the place. They are! They are totally running away! I didn't realize you could chase the chickens around the house. Oh. Knock, knock, knock. They big mad. Well, he is. I'm gonna play with this toy till I break it, honestly. Kids trolling. I saw that, Galbus. We're about to ding 41, chat. Bran, you miss all the good shit. There we go. Okay, happiness is a part of the world, so too is sadness. Very sad. And yeah, this was actually a surprisingly deep story too. Because if you think about the elves who were leaving their friends behind, and where, you know, this elf even knew some of the stewards who lived down there in the valley. Alright, you're heading out. Alright, bye. Let me actually, do you have any more blue text?
What can I do for you?
No. Just the chickens. I gotta play with the chickens! Did you know that in Australia they call chickens chooks? Call them chooks. Aww, look at that. And I get a painting of Mythitho, and I ding 41. Yay, I'm level 41. Okay. Come on, let me go, let me go, let me go. Okay, let's go to Tornhod. I'm actually gonna go up the hill to Sam Lumrin over there and catch a stable master. So, I think, all things considering, even though I don't understand quite and not entirely happy with the decision about the level up packages for the expansion, overall, I think Standing Stone's in a pretty good spot. They still have their usual problems, honestly. Not gonna lie, they have a lot of their usual problems with I don't want to say over-promising, because they're not really promising anything. They just... I think something Orion said on the stream was actually good. That he was talking about how they might do, like, a year roadmap, but instead of, like, just do updates on it to let people know that, hey, we're pushing this off to whatever. And you know, we kind of, something's gonna fall by the wayside. Blah 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 blah. So, because I don't think them going to um, a quarterly update cycle. I mean, they tried that when Renania was around, and well, that failed ignominiously, just like he did. Because you can roll in here and promise all kinds of changes, and if you fuck things up in doing so, then yeah. And notice how nobody ever hears about that guy anymore. On the other hand, I do actually see comments from other Standing Stone people with what they're up to. Okay. In fact, in my Facebook feed, Freelorn, if you didn't know, Freelorn had a kid recently, a few months back, and has been enjoying being a dad. And speaking of dads, if you didn't know, the reason Cordoban's away is because he's down spending time with his kid, because it was his kid's birthday the other day. And his kid is now officially a teenager. I'm gonna take it. I never use earrings on my characters, except the ones that I get with the XP boosters. So I don't even know why I take these things. Well, because I have to take something. Alright. Let's go turn in some of these other quests. I saw it posted in a Discord, but a scenario is going to be on Voice of the Rings tomorrow. So that's kind of cool. That's going to be an upgrade too. Haha. Give me some boots of Mythitho. Zoop. I will take those. Thank you. I'm also going to lock that because that's account bound. Lock that because it's account bound. I don't really need to worry about those. Technically it's account bound. I don't know. I don't know. We're not going to do that one. We're going to actually do this one. The Herb Master Quest. Oh. Well, they're kind of in the same direction, aren't they? Kind of. One is there. Oh, and the other one's on that little islet. Oh. So one of the things I'm looking forward to on the work side of things, IRL, is my trainees are progressing. So I'm looking forward to the time when they will actually be able to spend their days going through tickets and making calls and talking to our clients and getting it to where I'm not having to talk all day. So that's the rough thing about being a lecturer is my throat actually hurts right now. And it doesn't help that I just went on like a 15-minute rant about something, right? Hi, dead person. Luminescent gel. That sounds like a Star Trek Enterprise joke to me. Galbus knows what I'm talking about. So I kind of want to start playing other games, not only just Locho, DDO, and hit up in a while. But the problem is, they're all doing cool events right now. You said the magic word. I made a reference to this this luminescent gel that I need to collect from these glowflies, and I was making a Star Trek Enterprise reference, which references something recent that we both watched. That references Star Trek Enterprise. Okay. Alright, let's go back to Mandan. I don't know, Mithrin seems kind of luminescent gel I can think of as glow in the dark lube. Well, there's also that, I suppose. There do be that as a thing. Alright, let's get back to town. Torn Town. Not to be confused with Toontown from, Roger Rabbit. So one of the things about these quests is that they're orange level quests. And I'm not fighting orange level mobs, right? I mean, there's some yellows, maybe a couple, but for the most part, like, it's level 37. So, this being such a new area, I'm a little bit surprised at how wide the mobs are in level versus the quests. Like, I'm not sure these quests should be level 40. I think they should be like level 37, 38. It feels like the Anglo-Mythithal is like a level 35 to 40 zone rather than a 40 to 50 zone. Or 40 to 45 zone. I don't remember what it was actually supposed to be off the top of my head. I don't know how many levels I'm going to get tonight, though. Maybe one. Maybe one. So I should be around tomorrow as well. I might run a little early because I know something happening at 10 o'clock tomorrow night for sure that I definitely want to watch on some other Twitch channels. It's a funeral for an in-character funeral for an in-character character, not for a real player. And why is Quingris doing that? That is Quingris, right? Or is that Kariskalupran? Or, oh, hold up, we can look. We can look at this, chat. So we are here looking over to Swanfleet. Oh, it is Carascalebrin. Okay, okay. Yeah, because Gwingris is down that way. Drop that away. All I know is you get a nasty surprise if you mistakenly share the border from before the shadow in the angle on a lobby. Yep. Holly in Canada. Thanksgiving dinner tomorrow at your brother's place. And smoking some pork belly Sunday. Hello. Excuse me? And you didn't fucking invite me for pork belly Sunday? Jesus. I thought we was friends, Holly. Come on. I love pork belly. And I don't get it often enough. On the other hand, I did buy some beef bulgogi at the store yesterday. And I'm going to blame a streamer called Gingy, who's another one of the maybe soon-to-be ex-cops. I think he's going to retire that character if that happens. But he is basically made bulgogi one of his stream jokes. Bulgogi. He's a good dude. So, let me rant. You know, we put up with a lot of bullshit in the Lotro and DDO communities, and I'm gonna speak out of school here for a second, but I do have to say the Lotro community dealt with the whole 64-bit server exclusive thing only on the VIP. You have to pay to play this particular major event. Blah blah blah. DDO is not dealing with it well. There's a lot of people who are really salty that their 64-bit server is VIP only. And that they're actually planning on probably doing additional VIP servers over there, but they're going to be like 2 or 3 mega servers where they're going to let people transfer all their shit to these new servers. Is that it? Fuck. So, Lotro did have some concerns about the new servers, but they basically went boom. And let's be fair, half of that is actually more than half of it is because of Mordor. The EU people having an EU-based server has been a thing. DDO is not going to be doing an EU-based server. They pretty much said that they're not going to do it. Because they have people in the EU, but they don't have as many enough to justify the cost. So it's maybe possible they have EU players, but they don't have enough to offset the cost of an additional server in the EU data center that Mordor is sitting in. However, one nugget of information we should be aware of is the DDO EU the DDO 64-bit server is going to be in a new data center in Las Vegas. So EU people are going to get the shaft. Vitality, fate, vitality, crit. I'll take that one. And I'll stick it in my second slot. Yeah. I thought there was a quest down here, though. I seem to recall there was some quest or something that took us down here. To the actual angle itself. Maybe I'm misremembering. We'll go back and look through all 3 all 4. We'll look through all of them to see if we can find more quests to do. Because if I'm done with quests in the angle, then I'm going to go to the Wildwood, I guess. Start questing up there. So the plan for DDO is different than Lotro, because one thing DDO has is a transfer problem. And the transfer problem in DDO is you can't transfer a guild from server to server. I know there's a quest down there. I've done it. But where that quest is, I have to find the actual quest giver. I'll go over here. See if there's something down here. No. I did actually find Gorwyn here, who made a cairn for Maneldir. So that was nice of her. Let me check and make sure I'm not missing any quests here. Trolls. Mission, no. Mariner, no. Intro. Look at all these quests I've been ignoring. Festival Evendom. Yeah, Yeah, I know. I did that one. That was the first one that sends me to Garon. Let me poke around and see what I can find. Wait a minute. You have a quest that I can't do. Do I have to be level 45 to get your quest, bud? Let me check all the towns here. Let's check Tham Lumren. I did a quest there. It's very possible that I'm just too under level. I did the quest that MVP put along the side of the road. I did all the quests down in the little hobbit village. I did the quest chain. Oh, I know which one I'm thinking of. That I should be able to go back and do now. Is the one from Cariad. I should be able to do that quest now.
Sweet-eyed Malon.
Let's go back to Tornhad. So the plan for DDO is they have to fix a couple of things. So right now, if you transfer a character from server A to server B, they can't be a guild leader. You can't take your guild with you. You can't take Mithril Coin. You can't do that in Lotro either. You can't take Mithril Coin from server to server with you. I still don't think you can. Basically, they don't really have the thing like we have. Oh, you can actually. Duh. Is they don't have a wallet like we do, where barter currency goes into, etc., etc. They do have bags that they go into, but Mithril Coin is astral shards for them. Same difference. Those don't transfer servers. Your guild airship doesn't transfer. Your guild doesn't transfer. They do one thing that's really cool with horses that Lotro would lose a lot of money if they did. They use a stable for mounts and certificates. Like if you get a tome that's going to give you a mount, if you use that on a character on your server in DDO, all of your characters on that server are going to have access to that mount. The same goes for pets. But they don't have like a collection windows. You can't actually see them, or you can only try to use the tome, and if you already have it, it's like, okay, well, you already got it. So there's a lot of stuff that can't transfer from server to server in DDO currently. And they need to spend engineering time to make that a reality, because what their plan is for their 64-bit servers is they are going to, after the new VIP one with the special event is settled in, well enough to be settled in, they're going to work on opening new servers available to everybody. And these new servers will be called mega servers. They'll have new names, whatever, whatever. So that, let's say there were 3 servers here, like Landy, Brandy, and Arkenstone. 3 servers. And basically they're looking to consolidate their players into a smaller number of servers. Yeah, Carryout's got that quest for me now. But instead of letting people transfer in right now, they might actually open them up to where it's just going to be a fresh start to begin with while they work on the engineering problems. And so there's going to be a land rush. People are going to grab names. People are going to be pissed off because as soon as they open the server, it's going to be like how I lost my 2 favorite names on Angmar and Mordor because I was on a shitty internet connection and somebody else basically grabbed my names and has just been fucking sitting on them, which annoys me to no end. Ooh, those are nice. I just got an email from Daybreak about an EverQuest expansion with some really cool weapons that you can get. It's an exclusive pre-order reward. So Daybreak has not learned that pre-orders are bad in that you tie something to them exclusively. On the other hand, I know the developer who probably made these weapons, and he's awesome, and so is his husband. And Scamper, what are you doing? Scamper's meowing. There's a lot of blue in them, I'm just gonna say, and it's a nice sapphire blue, and I like them. But I'm gonna read that email later. I'm not gonna get the EverQuest expansion. I don't play EverQuest. I mean, if they're gonna give me an expansion, I'll freaking take it. I think what they're going to wind up doing, Holly, is they're not going to do any DDO EU servers at all because they don't have the players for it. The EU players for it. But I think they're going to wind up doing the VIP server with a special event. And then 1 to 3 mega servers. Because right now, they have 8 servers. 9 if you count the hardcore server, which is down until further notice. Until they decide to start doing hardcore again, which... You know, the new Lanterns in the Mists event is supposed to kind of be a hardcore light thing. So, it is what it is. So, imagine 8 servers worth of people squishing into 3 servers worth of space that are going to be 64-bit. I mean, the 64-bit experience over on the DDO side, because they took the lessons they got from, you know, Lotro's start, you know, Lotro was the guinea pig for this. The DDO tests went pretty well, actually. Tolero, the producer of DDO, she said that they were actually better than they were expecting. And the way she was saying it, I was like, don't jinx it, lady. Don't jinx it. So we'll see. I think they just concluded another test today, and I think one of the differences they did with their test versus ours is they allowed people to copy characters in who had their, you know, massive number of past lives and huge data footprint. So the next step for Lotro is to see how a 64-bit server performs with 17-year-old characters on it trying to, you know, access things. And they haven't done that test yet on the Lotro side. I think that is going to be the next Lotro test, is to see how the server handles 17-year-old characters. And that's going to be the real proof in the pudding on the Lotro side. So I think on the Lotro side, they're more looking at the notion of, if we can get these to work right, then I think they would keep the same 10 main servers they have. And then, I'm sorry to those who play Treebeard, but I think eventually, I mean, Treebeard is going to go away. I mean, it's already on its last legs in terms of population. I think what they're trying to do is at least... I'll be honest, I don't think Treebeard's going to last until it hits the level 150 level cap. I don't think it's going to last that long because Shadowfax had a lower population than Treebeard does now, but not by much. And they shut that down super duper early. I don't remember what expansion Shadowfax was on, but it was not. It might have been the 105 expansion. I don't remember offhand. Alright, now let's go find some spies base. Oh, it's there. Okay. We'll go down this way. So I think if they get the servers, like 3 DDO servers, and then I think what they might wind up doing is doing 2 DDO servers and then have the VIP one with the special event. But I think they have enough players scattered across their 8 servers that they can support 3 mega servers and Cormier, the event server. I think they can manage it. Unfortunately, I did not have an opportunity to muck around with the special event on the DDO side. I'm kind of sad about it, but Tolero did say that they're going to be doing another test at some point, so I'll get there eventually. The main thing is I want to be around and available when they launch Cormier for real, so I can hop on there and grab my names. And I know this is going to be different than every hardcore season because this is not an event server. It's going to be a permanent server, right? And so I would want to be able to go in there and also grab my names whenever they do the mega servers. Because, I mean, there's definitely a concern. I mean, this is the concern with transfers. Anytime you're going to do transfers, there's always going to be name conflicts. You have 8 servers. There is a distinct possibility of 8 people with the name Shadow on each of the, you know. All 8 Shadows may have been playing the game since day 1. Not likely, but, you know. So, who has claim on the name? Whoever gets there first. And then, well, oh my god, they did this at a bad time for my area. Well, they're going to have to pick a time, and there's not going to be one universally good time for them to do things. And there's some people who are like, well, they should just do name reservations. With what? They don't have any system for name reservations whatsoever. And it comes down to, well, okay, whose account is oldest? Whose account is... Who's had the name Shadow the longest, for example, etc., etc. It's like the only fair thing to Standing Stone is to say we are opening the server at this time. This is it, and they're going to pick a time that's convenient for them. I'm sorry to people who are not in the Eastern Time Zone, but they're going to pick a time that's going to be in the middle of the business day for Americans and maybe too late for the Europeans. It's just the fucking way it is, right? They might do something where if they launch 2 servers, I mean, Cormier's going to be 1 server. Like, at least with Mordor and Angmar, they launched Mordor at noon Eastern, which was 5 p.m. British summertime. And so they made it so it was convenient for the Europeans. And then they did the same with Angmar. But people are like, but I'm on the Pacific Coast. I don't get off work for another 3 hours. There's nothing to... There's no... Sorry. Ultimately, that's going to be a sorry situation. I mean, on the Lotro side, these are all brand new characters on a brand new server. On Cormier, it's the same fucking thing. It's going to be all new characters on a new server. And when they do the mega servers, if they haven't fixed the transfer issue yet, it's going to be all new characters on an all new server. Honestly, I kind of wish they would do it that way and yeet the transfer thing down the road. That way, people who have had But that does kind of screw the people who may have had the name on Arganesson or have the name on Orion or have the name on Wayfinder. It's like, well, the Wayfinder person's been there first. There's really no way to make it fair so that the person who had the name the longest is going to be guaranteed to keep that name. Unless they went out of their way to create some kind of name reservation system. And when the fuck do they even have time to sleep with all the shit we ask them to do? Alright. Let's go do a thing. Alright, we're gonna go ask the Rangers for help. This is gonna go very well. I mean, I would love it if I don't lose my main character's name on Orion that I've had since the day I started playing DDO in 2011. I think it was 2011, 2000. My DDO account is dated back to 2009, but I don't think I actually created a character in like 2011 or something like that. It was the only server that had my main character's name available on it at all. It was already taken on all of the other servers, and unlike Lotro, there is no possibility of stealing somebody else's name when you transfer servers. Lotro had that when they did the server consolidation. And I'll be honest, you know, Cordo's my homie. He doesn't know what the fuck is going on with transfers. I hate to say that, but the poor guy. But the way it's always worked, except for one time, that if a name was idle more than... When they did the server consolidations, when any time where the originating server was getting shut down by Standing Stone, at the time it was Turbine, same difference in this case, the technology would be that if you transferred your character with the name Shadow to a server where there already was somebody with the name of Shadow, and that person had not logged their character in over a year's time, you got to keep your name, and they got the -1 after their name. You took their name because they were fucking squatting on it. That's the way that has always worked since the consolidations. Now, there are some questions about anytime there's paid transfers, is whether you could gank somebody's name afterwards. And for a while you could, and then they turned it off to where you couldn't. Officially, the transfer thing says whoever is there first keeps the name, and it ain't true. When they started saying that okay, you can't steal somebody else's name anymore, you can still do it. Because when Ithel closed, I did it. When Honor closed, I did it. When Shadowfax closed, I did it. So the technology is still active unless they changed something and didn't tell anybody. Oh, this guy. I remember this guy. He's a bad monkey. I'm not sure I want to leave him with you, buddy. It looks like you already beat him up, dude. But DDO has never had that mechanism in place. You have never been able to take over somebody else's name in DDO, ever. So there are legitimately characters who have not logged in since the day DDO opened with really cool kick-ass names, and nobody's been able to have them for going on 18 years. And the argument is, well, what if they come back? Oh, hey, I played the game 12 years ago, and I came back and my stuff was still here. Oh my god. And then there's the argument that, okay, well, if they come back after 12 years, they're going to be if they see that, oh my god, that I lost all of my names even though I haven't been here for 12 years, that they're not going to keep playing. Fair. But how many people actually come back after 12 years or more? Like, it's like, at some point you got to do a cutoff and let cool names come back into play. Because you know right now how fucking hard it is to find a name that's not in use on one of the servers right now? It is fucking impossible. I mean, I have to get, like, you have to either get super dyslexic with your spelling, and I say this as somebody who's mildly dyslexic, so I have problems reading names that make no sense to me. Like Erlis. I know it's a name. I know how to say it. But if her name was supposed to be Early, like the word early, I wouldn't recognize this as early, for example. So you could be Shadow, but you have to spell Shadow with like an extra few letters. And there's no option for like umlauts or anything like there is in World of Warcraft. I'm gonna get a helmet of Mythithal. That's not as good as my Matham Hunter's armor. Well, actually, yeah, it is a little bit better. Well, I'll lose a little physical mastery. I'll lose a little agility. I'll lose the vitality. I'll get the other things. Those will be nice. All right. Let's go do the quest in Thingy-Majigger and find out who was actually the bad guys here. Oh, Erlis is back here. I think I'll be a little bit sad when Treebeard goes away, but only because I didn't really play it as much as others, so other people obviously have spent more time and are more invested in it. Treebeard is your main server? Yeah. I mean, you will be able to transfer to your regular server. Or to a regular server. But it's not the same. Now, if they offered a way to... for you to be able to keep the Treebeardian level, you know, a stone of the semi-tortoise, as it were. Yeah, Lagardale's lying. You're gonna skip. Yeah, we're gonna see some frontier justice right now. And there is some who'd be saying, "What? Why did you let a Dunlending kill a ranger?" And I'm like, the ranger willingly treated with a spy of Saruman, knowing that Saruman couldn't be trusted. So the rangers were like, this is kind of like a Meneldir situation, but not really, right? Meneldir violated his oath to the people he was protecting, the oath. I mean, Lagardale thought he was doing the right thing, but um, making allies of your enemies or trying to make friends with your enemies to save your own bacon is not the way to do things in a way that Aragorn would have been proud of. I'm gonna get a helmet. I'm gonna wear my helmet. Oh, what's that? Oh. Okay, so we're done with these quests. So there's that one quest from that other guy. I'm gonna go back down to Tornhad and see if that quest is available now that I've completed everything else. Like if it's an epilogue. But it looked like it was being locked by level and not by you need to do this other quest. I may need to go level up some and then come back. Isn't it so cool that you can just like look across the river and then you're in another zone? It's so cool. And back in the day, we weren't able to go over here into the Angle of Methythol. We could only kind of look and see what it looked like. Okay. This guy still doesn't have a quest I can do. Alas. Yeah, you run away, you wolf.
Sweet-eyed melon.
Okay, so we went to Tham Lumber and there are no quests there. I know I did the 2 quests down by the river of the 2 Dunlendings that led to these other quests. So let's go up to Gayrond and see if there's any more quests up there. Otherwise, I'm probably just gonna need to go to the Wildwood and get a couple levels and come back. Take a look at the ankle of the title. I don't see any quests. Settlements, NPC, starting quests. Yeah, all the quests. Starting quests go up to level 44, so I should be able to start them all. What was that guy's name? Aelendil. Okay. Oh! He's got my level 150 Mariner stuff. So I have to be level 45 before I get his stuff. Okay. Let's check our list of quests here. The Angle. Talisman found. Hunted and lost in Eastern Trek. I mean, I've done a crap ton of quests here. Yeah, with the last quest being a level 45 quest, there isn't anything else. I've done everything else. Okay, so the Wildwood it will be. So let us go to. Let's see where
What
we
do you
can go.
need?
I don't want to talk to you. I want to talk to the stable master.
Negovanen.
Megavanen. We're gonna go to Rivendell, and I'm going to then pop over to Bree, and then we'll ride through Bree, and then head on up to the Trestle Bridge. Now, here's the thing about the Wildwood, though. Should I come in at Trader's Wharf, or should I come in at the Trestle Bridge side of things? That's the question. What do you think, chap? Trestle Bridge side, or the other side? Do I have the boat? No. The wharf side is easier to access. This is true. Hi, TD. Get more quests to start out. Okay. I'm thinking we're gonna do the Shire side. So let's
How can I be of
go
service?
to the quickest way to get to the Shire. Actually, I'm gonna cheat and remember that I'm actually on Landreval, so I can just go to my house and go that way. I'll just go to Mickle Delving and then ride across the Shire. Do, 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 do. Also, I kind of want to change up my character's appearance again. So, I don't know why that whenever I change my character's appearance, it switches to that one really ugly ass hairstyle for a second. Stable to King's Crossing. I do have the King. Do I have it on this character? I don't remember if I have it. You know what I could just do, chat? I'm a good mariner, I forget shit. I could just sail to Tinandir. Hi. We're just gonna ride up. Come on, game. Let's go. How are the waffles in your part of the universe, TD? How's the syrup, huh? I don't know why, but my horse always looks like she's pooping. It's a nice, beautiful day in the Shire. Can't wait to play your new AC/DC concert. You mean ACTD? Suppose I did see the safety warnings. They were hilarious. Haven't had waffles in a long time. You're sure? So I have some waffles in the freezer that I'm not actually gonna have tonight, but I do have real maple syrup to go with them. So you're up north, TD. Did you get to see the aurora last night? Sadly, I would have had to have gone out of town, like driven out into the boondocks somewhere to find somewhere to go look at it. My street, alas, actually angles toward the, not quite northeast, kind of like north-northeast. That would require going outside. Well, you know, for 5 minutes it won't kill you. Theoretically. Alright, we're just gonna go down this way and just swim across. Actually, we're not gonna swim across. We're gonna just swim along this line. It's always been a sad thing, and I understand why it is, but this is boring to me. I love the fact that we can see that there's a deep hole there, but I want there to be more fish, more plants, a more living ecology in the rivers of the world. And then again, I know why it is the way it is. I just wish Scenario could do something about it in a way that was reasonable and performant. I didn't want there to, because it's one of the few things that in this game is like, man, it fucking ruins my immersion. Though theoretically, the Brandywine is a much deeper river than it used to be, if you think about it. If Gwyneth flooded Lake Nunuyil to flood whatchamathingy, Anuminous. See how pretty this game is? Look how fucking pretty this game is. Look at those clouds. Looks like kind of like a deer running out of a horse or a deer running out of clouds there. Running out of an explosion. So, the plan is to be around tomorrow night. We're going to be here probably another hour and 15. Doing some question. Getting some level. Picking up the boat. Hi.
Could I take a moment of your time?
I will get your stuff back.
Would you do something for me?
I will talk to your people. Where are your people?
Greetings. Could I speak with you a moment?
Scout those things. Did I get them all? Okay. Talk to Aaron. Oh, he's a trestle bridge. That figures. Alright, what do you got? Alright, you're not worth my time. Alright, we go this way. We're gonna go fight things. Cause some trouble. What about you? Nope. What about you? Hello. I gotta go kill this boar. Big game slayer. Hell yeah. I'll probably get to level 42 tonight, I think, maybe. One of the things I am noticing is I'm actually getting through more stuff by game. By ignoring things. You know what? I'm gonna go kill this horn over here. Why? Because, you know, it's level 46. It'll be fine. Easy peasy. Because I don't have a crafting thing, I don't have to stop and, you know. So of course when I'm out here on a character who doesn't have whoops. Alright. Who doesn't have gathering crafts or gathering professions, that I always keep finding the rich ore nodes and the heavy branches. Yeah, screw you, brigand. You too, other brigand. So whenever they have a thing where it's like, oh, kill all these beasts and find these locations, I always go kill the beasts first, so I can just go, so I can better see where the locations are on the map. So you don't have, I mean, you can adjust the overlay so they don't appear, but I find it better doing it this way. Give me supplies and give me more supplies. What do you mean interrupted? Game wants to interrupt me every 5 seconds. Alright. Defeat the wagon snatcher. They didn't hide them very well, that's right. They didn't. These are bad thieves. They don't know. They don't have any pride of no character. You know, they don't have any pride in their work, man. Why are you not pulling up your thing? Here's a woof. Okay, you're not part of my quest, so I'm gonna leave you alone for now. Moss mantle cow, moo cow. Moo moo moo. You got trees and rocks and rocks and trees and trees and rocks and trees and water. Yes, I was singing the arrogant worms. Okay, so these guys aren't the guys I'm looking for. Random ass Jorthkin. Let's go. Okay. We got that done. Let's continue our scout the various places thing. Though I do actually no, let me do this one because this one's a specific quest up here. There we go. That's what I was looking for. Hello. How you doing? What you up to? Okay. Minda Heathertoes, how you doing? Where's Stomper? Oh, there's hoof prints over here. Stomper the pony! Interesting how those black feathers were not actual aggressive. The man and his pet cow. His pet moose. Hey, Mr. Moose. You wanna come fight? No, I didn't think so. No paw prints. Big woofs. Pony hunter! No! You better not been et by wolves. Minda's gonna be big mad. Yay, I found Stomper. He's up here. I found
What do
him.
you need?
Oh, now I have to wait for them to respawn. Shit. TD's got alert. Let's wait for him to respawn. Well, this is convenient.
Is there something I can do for you?
Oh, your wagon. But hey, you got your pony back. Alright. Let's go find these places that it wants me to find. I think the first one is actually up on that hill. If I recall correctly, it's up on that hill. Or I need to find the ore. Okay. Wants me to collect ore. I remember the last time I did this ore sample quest, I was like, where the hell is the damn ore samples? It was driving me batty for the longest time. Where's the last one? That doesn't count. It's a regular ore sample. It looks like they used the model for the Dagger Lad ore sample. Or ore nodes for this. That one's Trixie. It's under an overhang and everything. You could almost shelter a whole company of people from, you know, bad weather under this thing. If you know, you know. Teasel. Yeah, it's a deed. Flowers of the Wildwood. Do I have the... Okay, I need 2 more ore samples. One more ore sample. I think this is where I came in. Yeah. Alright. Let's head down toward the lake, and I'm pretty sure... Actually, let me go see if there's one up here. I don't remember where all the ores were. Random ass Jorthkin all over the place. This place will become important. That's why you see that net there? Oh man, I thought I had the ore there. It's always the last one. Let's jump in the pond. Ow. Let's go talk to Minda. Hi Minda, what's up?
Just a moment.
You shall be ruined!
Could I take a moment?
Ruined, I say! Collect croakers. Well, I should beat up as many wolves as possible to get the enmity of the wolves deed worked on. Okay. Let's get back to this quest, though. Okay. I was gonna have a little bit of riding involved, so we're gonna do the ride up around so we can get up onto that ledge here. think this is Helva's Ledge. Or it might be Hunter's Ledge. I forget which of the two it is. Yeah, time of it is. It is dusk. Wow. It's nice peaceful music too, I'm not gonna lie. And then we get these cheerful little combat hello. Hello, I see you. Yeah, we're gonna make a friend here as soon as we kill this wolf. Come on, you. Chicken. Man, you could feed 5 hobbit families off of that boar. And if I recall correctly, there's actually a quest you have to do. Okay, this is Hunter's Ledge. So... let's go down and get the other ones still. Without falling off of Hunter's Ledge. Much. Ow. I hear a kitty meowing. I do want to actually kill wolves to like tear up my enmity of the wolves. So we gonna do that for sure. Okay, there's that one. And then later tonight, I am going to start rolling through my alts and getting my daily hits on the thing in the basement of the Haunted Burrow, the chest down there, to see if any of my characters are going to get themselves a painted skeleton steed tonight. I didn't get any last night. I think the most I ever got in a single year was, what, 14 or something? It was like an insane number. But I think the most I normally wind up averaging, yeah, we're gonna kick this guy's ass, is probably around 7. And now there's 2 more servers, but I'm not actually trying to get them on anything other than my 2 highest characters, which is my level 50 on Angmar and then my level 6 on Mordor. I love it when the goblins tell me to die because it's like little pissants that come into your chat and say KYS. I'm like, psh. And if anybody ever does that in my chat, I will fucking ban them. And then I'll report them to Twitch for, you know, telling people to self-harm. Hobbits are so polite. Yeah, 43 of pity. Yeah, I'm gonna hit that one easy peasy lemon squeezy. 44. About to get 45. 46. Then we're gonna get 47. I am actually looking forward to getting this character into where I can start running Moria content. Because I haven't actually run Moria in a long time, so it'll be fun. Wow, let me up. Okay, so I think I need to go down and around. Oh, we're gonna kill these guys for sure. And this camp spawn, unless they've changed it, this camp spawns pretty fast actually. Respawns, I should say. Okay, so I need to get up there, which means I need to go up and around. I do actually love the combat music here in the Wildwood. It's pretty baller. Says hunt wild game. Game, in my opinion, always in this case always should refer to animals you are trying to kill for food purposes. And I would not I don't think anybody, unless they were starving, would fight, kill wolves explicitly for their food. They would want to get some other kind of meat and like an actual meat animal like a deer or something. Hey! Let's fix that. And also enchanted durations. Let's bounce that up. Let's sure, let's make the shanties last longer. I don't know what I'm doing. Hail, Poutine! Welcome. What are you up to? Okay, so I now have this. Hey, I get a fishing skill! Hell yeah! I get more fish. A better fish. Okay, so we have... we still have to clear out one more piece of wild game here. Thank you very much. Take care of that quest. Level 42. Hell yeah. Let's go scout the East Delph, the West Delph, all the other Delphs. How's it going tonight? It's going pretty good. We are chilling in the Wildwood. I was in the Angle of Mythithel and pretty much finished all the quests there. The only one that's still there is a Mariner quest that I can't pick up until I'm level 45. So I was reminded that apparently all the pages for the level 39 class books are supposed to drop here in the Wildwood, but yet I have yet to have one drop, because I think they drop from, I want to say, humanoid mobs. Okay, we're going to finish this last one that I'm looking for. Blomley Sward. There's a lot of burrs here. Oh, there it is. There's the last piece of ore. Oh, yeah? Let's go this way. I am following where the quest arrow points me. Oh yeah, these are the Delphs. There's the East Delph and the West Delph. Are you a good Delph or a bad Delph? Excuse me. We'll pick those up for XP purposes and come back to them. Hi guys, how you doing? It's going okay. It's Friday. I have tomorrow off, so that's always a good thing. The sludge pot. Hello. Tomorrow I'm probably gonna wind up mowing my lawn. Ah! Igneous! Look, Igneous. Hold up. Didn't you already subscribe for a few months in advance last time? The hell, my friend. You are so welcome to be here. Yes. Yes, you are. Thank you for the resub. You're so nice. How's your kitty cat? Happy Friday. By the way, you should all be here next Friday. I'm gonna do something cool on Lotro stream, and I'm probably gonna do something cool down here because next Friday is my birthday. Next Friday's my birthday. Cool? Yeah. I'm gonna get cake. It's only gonna be Kroger cake, and I'm not gonna buy... Well, see, here's the thing is... Cake's expensive, right? It's not cheap. But I Kevin with the resub. Wait. Oh, in a row. Oh, Igneous was like, they subscribed for... See, I misread what happened there, Igneous. My bad. I'm so sorry. But it's still cool that you subscribed. But Kevin's been subscribed continuously for 65 months, and that's scary. That's a massive responsibility, or a massive honor. You're willing to come back every fucking even though we don't have a thief kitty anymore to entertain you all. But we do have Mama Cat is snoozing. She looks adorable. She's snoozing on the chair. And she's cute. Scamper and the other cats are out in the living room somewhere. And they're all good kitties. Scamper is the noisy one. Scamper makes the most noise. But I have found of late, the past couple of weeks, that the smallest kitty, Noodle, who, like, I like to make nudes jokes with her. I like to call her Nudes. You know, I'm going to send you pictures of nudes. And it's going to be my little black void kitty. Like, this cup is bigger than that cat. She's a tiny kitty. I wish I had a cat cam so everybody could see. Yeah, I need to sort something like that out. But the problem is they don't sleep on the desk that I can just like park a camera over them on. And outlets are at a premium right now, so let's go to the other Delph and beat up some more crates, and because she looks so adorable. And then you can watch Scamper doing her comfort nursing, because she likes to nurse on, and Mama Cat does just lets them do it. I was like, what the hell? Got goblins over here. Rawr! And then once in a great while, Noodle or Skittish will clamber up on that chair. Not clamber up, they actually just jump up. And last night, I got up to, you know, go upstairs for a second. I came back down, and Noodle was in my chair. I was like, what? Whose chair is this, Noodle? What are you doing in my chair, Nudes? That was not the button I wanted to hit. Okay. That was the button I wanted to hit. So it's been a time. So yeah, I've been actually training new hires at work, so I'm really super tired. Ignea's gifting a gifty to TD, so TD can play with my emotes. I really do need to get off my ass and find the time to work on the channel itself. You know, get some new emotes, get some Caledorian getting a gifty from Igneous as well. Hell yeah. Thank you, Igneous. You're so generous. It's so nice to have you around in the channel. And Kevin and all these cool people watching me play some Lotro. Because I recognize you could watch any Lotro streamer, but you came here. I don't know. Kevin with some biddies throwing up there. Out there, up there? I don't know. I don't know where I was going with that, sorry. It's like, I'm gonna upchuck some bits on you. So, yeah. We got a hype train going. I don't get hype trains too often because, sadly, I don't get to stream too much. But, that is gonna change here soon, TM. Because I eventually, hopefully sooner rather than later, will be able to have my trainees actually start their regular shift out o training, and therefore will allow me to actually start going to my regular intended schedule, which will be 9 to 6. What the shit? Got a problem, you bear? Look how pretty the sky is. Is it pretty? This sky's pretty. By the way, did you guys see what Scenario showed us a few weeks ago? Holy fuck. I tweeted about it when it happened. I was like, ah, this is so cool. I don't know, Ignis, have you seen what Scenario's gonna do with the skies in Harrod? In the new places that's coming up with the new expansion? Yeah. Oh no, this guy's pretty. This guy's pretty. Let me actually get the image for you. It's so fucking cool. I'm gonna use bad words because I forget if I put it in the Bull Roar channel in my Discord or if I put it in the main channel. I think it's in the Bull Roar channel. I could be wrong. So it's talking about birding, and that's going back into July. So it must be in the main Lotro channel. Let's go back. I tweeted about it. It was so cool. They're going to be doing sandstorms in the thing. If you're in my Discord, you'll be able to see it. But I'm going to drop this into where you can see it on stream because I'm so excited about this. I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to front. I'm not going to lie. I'm just going to show you which you people are going nuts. What's wrong with you people? Hold up. I can't even see what you're doing because I'm busy. But look at this shit. Look at that! Look at that. Look how fucking cool that is. Yes! Yes! I'm so excited. You're making my Twitch alerts go off. What are you doing, people over here? Hello! We got a hype train. We have an actual hype train because BAM gifted a sub to Galbus. And yes, but you have to be level 150 to go to that place because we're not getting a renovation of the skies up here. Horsebutt. Those are explicitly for the new areas, and I think he said something on his stream about backporting it to Umbar. But you should come back and play. The one thing that I'm really excited about is if you're not in MVP's Discord, because he doesn't really advertise it anymore ever since he became an employee. He said that he did the heavy lifting of the first zone we're all going to go into, Ambarul. And he also is the one that came up with the name, who pitched the name for the expansion. There's always the chicken to see areas. Yeah, you can chicken run down there. I don't know if anybody's managed to do a chicken run to Umbar. That would be kind of cool to find out. But yeah, they're bringing the Milky Way to the skies. Like Matt Elliott, you know Matt Elliott, Igneous. Hell, he used to work there. He has also revamped the day files for down there, so it's gonna be really, really cool. It's gonna be really, really cool. Really, really cool. What is there? A random ass Salamander coming across the Barrendow, across the Brandywine River. I'm gonna collect these pickaxes. I'm gonna fix these pickaxes. So tomorrow night, I'm probably gonna stream a little bit earlier in the evening, because I do want to be able to attend an event in another game, or at least watch it. And I know they're going to start it at 10 o'clock. So I want to be off the air and ready to sit back and watch and, have popcorn or whatever. I don't know. Because, we Lotro and DDO players can get a little bit cranky about things, but I also watch some GTA 5 role players. My favorites tend to play cops for some reason, which is kind of weird, but they have some weird ass rules on roleplay. And on the server that I'm watching, it's run by a guy named Runwild, RUNWYLD, and he's pretty cool. And he was playing, since it's his server, he was playing the chief of police. And there was this thing where somebody wanted to assassinate the chief of police. And they managed, so they literally killed Runwild's character. And it's been generating a whole shit ton of roleplay but one of the things the server has that I've been kind of having an issue with as a viewer is the streamers that I like to follow. One of them was playing a lieutenant in the police department who was tasked as one of the members was part of the task force to investigate the chief's murder. And one of the things that the new chief of police, I don't know the player enough to say whether they're a good player or a bad player. All I know is the character is corrupt as fuck, at least in my opinion. And I think there's a little bit of out-of-character drama going on because there's some people who want to keep their characters. Like, there's this one guy called Gingy, and he's a ginger, as you might expect. And where's the last freaking bear traps? Right here. And his character was investigating the murder and doing all this legwork also to open a new department within the police department, like an investigation department. And there was a side issue, had nothing to do with the murder of the chief, and it was all about somebody else having the possibility that, there was this other officer who was in the hospital being badly treated by a couple of doctors. Because one of the things that this server allows people to do is something they call SBS. And I think it just basically stands for silly shit.
Would you do something for me?
Hype train!
Might have
And
taken time.
hey, I got a hype train emote. Nice. And because this one cop had made a decision to save the life of a fellow officer, but made a mistake in doing so, and the two doctors that were treating this other cop, were basically silly role players. They were SBS role players. And this guy is generally a very serious role player. Well respected, does his paperwork. People like to talk to him, whatever. And because of what he did to save that other officer's life, in front of that character's wife, this officer and her wife, were, the officer is being treated by these couple of silly doctors who, based on what was happening in this scene, it's the improv thing, yes and, right? He was like, I need to save the life of my fellow officer. I have firm conviction and belief that if I don't do something, this officer is going to die. Later on, found out from other medical professionals in the server that yes, if they had continued, the officer would have died, whatever. However, the new chief of police suspended him in character. No, all this is in character. And pulled him off the task force of investigating the previous chief's murder. And there's this whole internal investigation thing going on as well, where the new chief knew the old chief had died before the old chief had been pronounced dead, and before the old chief's wife, now widow, had been informed, before the next of kin. And it was like this whole thing. And now what they've done is they've charged this good cop, this guy who's, generally stays out of trouble and tries to do good and, serve and protect and blah, blah, blah. And now they're charging this guy with 2 felonies with relation to this situation. And it's just all kinds of chicanery and bullshit and shenanigans. But the downside of it is, because they're not offering him a way out of the situation, that if his character is found guilty of these felonies, he can't be a cop anymore. And that's the only thing this guy wants to roleplay. Is he's stated he's like, this is a cop roleplay channel, and that's what he wants to do, and that's what he enjoys doing. And that's all that's what he wants to do. Now, the server does have rules where they can re-roll, like if your character, they call it perma, like if your character is perma'd. Now, nobody can kill your character without your consent. But you have to decide if your character is going to survive something or not, right? However, there's this thing called a soft perma, where your character is not dead, but effectively off camera. So, if this guy gets convicted of the felonies that he's currently facing for, saving an officer's life, and there's, it's like, well, you can't just yank somebody out of the thing, and one of the charges is like, you kidnap somebody, like aggravated, what was it called? Aggravated abduction. While the patient's this person's wife is right there. Where am I going? Chat, where am I going? Anybody seen a driftwood? And I don't mean the driftwood in the Corsairs of Umbar expansion, who may or may not be somebody we know and love from previous expansions. Depending on your choices. We're gonna go across the river. So, this guy's character has been railroaded, and if he's found guilty, his character will be fired from the PD, because you can't be a police officer if you've got felonies on your record. And that's the sole purpose of this character. So they've effectively told this guy he can't play his character anymore. That he's going to have to start a new character, which kind of fucking sucks. And they have given him no way to get out of it so far. Yeah, he's getting a one-way trip to Steady Alpha 5. I see what you did there, Igneous. I know what you're talking about. Okay, so I'm missing some driftwood. I need to collect some whetstones. Where is my driftwood? It wants to say that it's like up there somewhere. It's weird. Let's ride a bit more down here. You couldn't help it. It was a good one. I appreciated it. I appreciate it as always, Igneous, because you're funny. Feels like it wants to have driftwood up there for some reason. We'll keep trying to skirt down here, see how far we can get. Yeah, we're not getting nowhere. Alright, we're gonna go up there and see if we can find any driftwood. And so as a viewer watching this guy, you can hear the streamer does kind of sound a little frustrated with it all, because anytime he tries to, get his character out of the sticky situation and turn the corner to at least have his character keep his job, they just keep hitting him with something new. Like, he would say, well, I don't think they would do this. This is what they're going to do, or these are the options that they have. And somehow they always keep picking options even worse than the ones he is expecting. Like, he wasn't expecting this aggravated abduction charge. It's like, how can you abduct somebody who can't give consent? The patient was unconscious. And they're like, well, you can't just take somebody, da, 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 da. And I'm like, okay, so does this mean anytime a firefighter saves somebody in a burning building, they can't give consent to be removed from this potentially lethal situation? So is that every firefighter going to get accused of aggravated abduction? I mean, how's this work here? And so we'll see how the court case goes. I mean, as a viewer, it's very uncomfortable to watch. And I even know somebody else, my friend Devilor, also plays on the server, and he's been only hearing part of this shit, and he's like, why? This is why people aren't logging in anymore. And so he's legit worried about the health of the server, because there are a whole bunch of people who want to do, like, serious role play. You know, medical professionals who actually are trying not to do, like, 100% realism, but definitely not acting like the Joker dressed up as a nurse, right? They're wanting to play more serious characters, you know, trying to do something a little less, you know, hectic and chaos gremlin-y. It also doesn't help that there's a couple of streamers who play the game, like big time streamers like Penta, and I think there's a little bit too much influence that Penta and his crew have on the game, because they just let his characters get away with whatever. Because he does bring in a ton of viewers. There's like a ton of viewers that he brings. Like he's running around 6,000-7,000 viewers at any given time. 8,000 viewers, like shit ton of viewers. But he's also not the kind of streamer that cultivates a community that is kind and gentle. We're gonna go across the river again, see if we can find some over here. Because I'm honestly thinking that my map here is not, no, I didn't want the Yondershire. I wanted not Evendom. We'll get this one. There we go. Yeah, this one feels like the stuff is across the way here. We'll follow the arrow. Probably around here, I'm thinking. And so it's this big thing of drama, and of course I don't want to meta. So one thing they have is something called meta. It's where you watch one streamer and find out pieces of like A, B, C, and D pieces of information, and you go to another streamer's chat and just say, hey, blah blah blah, and you just throw that out there. That's called metagaming. And nobody likes it. People still do it. And I'm trying to be cool, trying to be a good viewer, because it's not my house. But I also kind of like, dude, Genji, your character's getting screwed. This isn't fair to you as a player, man. And so far, he's like, you know, it's just roleplay. He doesn't sound like he's got any animosity for any of the other people involved, but also kind of feels like, you know, he knows his character's getting railroaded and he doesn't like it. But because the server has the rule that if your character isn't fired, like if your character is killed, you can immediately create a new character to take your old character's place. Same rank, same whatevers. So he was a lieutenant. If his character got shot and died, actual perma, then he could come back as another lieutenant with, you know, no relation. He could, if he wanted to, have like a brother and, you know, be a brother, but he said he wanted to do like a whole new character. Why am I not finding this driftwood is actually kind of pissing me off at this point. Like, it should be around here. Unless it's somehow up here. And that'd be like, why is driftwood way the fuck up here? We're gonna ride around a little bit more. But I think if the rule is if his character is fired from the PD for misconduct, which honestly, based on all the evidence, is bullshit. But evidence only works if anybody's listening and willing to read the evidence, right? And actually give his character a chance. And so far, nobody's been given his character a chance. I know. But here's the thing. This is what it says. It's down here. And it's like, I'm thinking I might need to go over up here somewhere. I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go north of the wharf. Because I looked down this entire strand until you couldn't ride anymore. I went up top of the cliff and I couldn't find anything. So I just need to go north. I know I'm ranting about this poor guy and his character. But so far he's willing to let it ride. But if his character gets fired, he's just going to quit playing that character. And which in essence throws away all the work he's put in on that character, all the people that he interacted with who knew his character. And while he does have the same, you'd have the same rank as before, but I think if his character gets fired, he has to start over at a lower level. Like he can be like, he can only be like a corporal or something. So his character as a lieutenant is in command, not high command, but he's in command in the supervisory role. But corporal is the highest he could then be afterwards. And I don't think he minds so much as he just wants to get back to role-playing cop shit. And because other people are fucking around. And they literally made him wait 5 days before rendering a decision on his suspension. It's like, oh, we temporarily suspended you, but now we're actually for real suspending you. They made him wait around for 5 fucking days for that shit, which is dumb. Alright. Oh. See, this isn't even in the circle for the thing. See? And I see some more up there. See, it's nowhere near the thing for the... Oh, it is. It's in this area for the quest. Fuck. Silly ass game. I love this game, but sometimes it drives me bananas. Banana. He'll probably be on later. And one of the out-of-character things about all this situation is him and the character whose wife was the police officer who almost died. They're the two characters who are the most active and visible cop role players overnight. Right? Like, he typically starts streaming right around now. I'm actually surprised he's not streaming now. Actually, is he? I mean, look. He is streaming, actually. I missed the go live notification. That's okay. And it's like...
What can I do for you?
They can't kick these players out of the thing because they're the leading
How can I be of
comp role
service?
players overnight. And there's nobody else to do the thing. So it's like, well, what do you do here? Alright. We need to place traps in the wildwood. So they're probably going to go up there. Theoretically. All I know is if I were playing on that server, I would have pitched a fit about it out of character by now. But so far what it sounds like's been going on there is stuff that's within the rules. There doesn't seem to be any kind of out-of-character appeals process or consent procedures. Like, when I played Mushes back in the 90s, one of the firm rules was that you could not force somebody to roleplay something if they didn't want to. The only real exceptions to all of that was if there were global plots on the server. It's like, okay, this leading political figure got assassinated, so you have to roleplay what your character's reactions to that would be. I mean, that's understood. But if, for example, that leading political figure's character the player didn't want to assassinate the character, you couldn't force them to let somebody assassinate the character. I convince you to never, ever RP. Role playing is fine when there's a give and take. When you're working with people who are willing to give you an out to this plot line and, you know, work with people out of character to make sure everybody's happy out of character. And I don't think they don't have any real methodology or procedures for that, which is a thing. Okay, so I need to place some more traps down. I mean, we can kill some trees while we're at it. Alright, we'll go down this way. Well, I mean, that's how it does feel. Honestly, Bookworm, it feels like somebody's got it out for this guy, but he hasn't complained, really. He's just... Like, for example, he would, like, figure out, okay, these are what the standard operating procedures are. These are the charges. I'm expecting my character is going to get charged with something for this because, yes, I acknowledge that my character messed up and went a little bit rogue, but my character did it in good faith. My character believed that the life of an officer was in immediate danger, and, like, all the little details that would exonerate this guy, people are either ignoring it when he's saying it, or they're not even listening to him. They're not even giving him a hearing to air his side. So, and then there's also cases where he would, like, you know, interact with somebody and it would come back to... Alright, set that one as our focus. Like, he would tell somebody in the PD that he knew about this thing and is trying to get, like, a meeting with the new chief, and and that person would take his words and, you know, they would backstab him. There is no police union on the server. At best, what he would get is if he was found guilty, they would have to have some kind of disciplinary hearing, where he would get fired because you can't be PD if your character has a felony. It's just the way this shit works. I mean, you can get a felony expunged in like 2 weeks or something. And there's like, well, why the fuck would you go back and work for these guys? Because he knows he can't trust the new chief. Because if you think about it, think about a chief of police who is more interested in getting one of his cops in trouble over saving the life of another cop. Right? And there's also the question of whether this new chief may be in the pocket of internal affairs. They call them it's IAA, which is the server's version of the CIA, so they're basically like, you know, CIA spies and shit. Because they can't use the term CIA, they can't use FBI, they call it FIB, the Federal Investigative Bureau or whatever. And now there's like a whole bunch of cops, like a small group of them, doing a thing that they're calling Black Mesa, because one of the PDs in the city is called La Mesa, so they're kind of ripping off Half-Life when they're doing that. Okay. Am I collecting whetstones from these guys over here? Hold on. No. How about these guys? Nope. I mean, there's a lot to this, so there's a lot of nuance that I can't really cover because I don't see everything that's going on. I don't know all of the out-of-character shit going on. But yeah, if there was a police union, this shit wouldn't have gone on so long. And the really insane thing is because of all of this, and the fact that the chief is busy playing with his Black Mesa bullshit with these two big-time streamers. The new chief, not the old one. They're at a point where people are quitting the server because the silly players have taken over. Or players are just not simply logging in anymore because they don't want to play with the silly players. And nobody's trying to force them to play. It's basically, we want to do serious stuff. We don't want to play with you guys. You can have your own stuff, but don't fuck up our stuff, right? That kind of deal. Okay, I didn't mean to actually do that, but okay, I'll go with it. So, again, the stupidest thing about them railroading this guy's character, and again, as far as I know, there's no out of character, bad blood, or any drama like that. I'm sure there's some drama. When is there? Because Reddit is also involved in some cases. Some people really hate this guy's character because he's honest and he doesn't, whatever. But where was I going with that? Chat, where was I going with that? Reddit's involved. So some people are playing Reddit or are reading Reddit, and some of the role players, they call them pogs per minute, the folks who like to do silly shit because, hey, it's fun and their chat loves it. So there are some folks who listen to what Reddit says. Alright, I need to sharpen the axes now. But, there's just so much shit going on with this. And so as a viewer, I'm like, it's not, oh my god, my favorite dude's getting blah, blah, blah. It's not that I'm upset that this guy is getting his character railroaded. Or that my favorite is not winning. It's the fact that they're not giving him any choices or any options. He's not interested in taking his character and making him a criminal. Because that's what happens with a lot of times somebody will get into PD and the whole point is to eventually get fired for corruption or whatever, and then turn your character into a criminal. And this guy doesn't want to do that. He wants to play cops. That's what he likes to do. That's what he enjoys doing. He's really good at it, too. But it's just difficult to watch, I'm not going to lie. Something's got to break in some fashion, because if he is found not guilty, I mean, he still will go back to the PD, even with a demotion. He doesn't care. He wants his job back.
What can I do for you?
It's just... And there's been a lot of good role play out of it, where he's interacting with people who aren't in the PD, interacting with people in the PD. He does have friends, but not enough in the right places, though the new deputy chief of police is Thaddeus's character, Dazzler. Thaddeus is awesome. And not just because I'm one of his channel VIPs for some stupid ass reason. I didn't even ask him for it. Just like one day I woke up and I had I was like, wait a minute, Thad, what? Hi. Time for go to greener pastures? Possibly, but there are other role-playing servers, but, this is actually one of the better ones, all warts aside. What they need to do is they need to assassinate the current chief of police and let Dazzler take over. Dazzler's good. Dazzler's honest.
Greetings.
Okay. Why are my League of the Axe ones not... why aren't those doing the thing? I don't know. And I'm also not getting any of my pages for the books. I don't get that either. I don't know. However, what I do know is I need to stop talking because I've been ranting too much today. And I need to go rest my voice. It's been 3 hours. I'm so sorry. But I do need to abscond and go. I'm not going to get ice cream, I don't think. though I do kind of want ice cream. I didn't get ice cream at the store today. I should have done it, but I didn't. However, I got me some bulgogi. I do care, because, you know, I enjoy this guy's roleplay a lot, until it was clear to me that shit was happening, and I didn't like it. As a hero, wasn't fun. But I'm going to go watch Devilor, who's playing his character. I'm going to go watch Gingy playing his character. And I'm also going to watch Dazzler, because all three of them are streaming right now, and I'm going to go watch them. I'm also going to turn this fucking light off so I can rest my eyes, like Bilbo once said. And yeah, I will be back tomorrow, probably around 6 Eastern is what I'm going to aim for. I do have some stuff to do, like mow the lawn, which will probably entail me going to Lowe's to buy a new battery for my lawnmower, because the current one does not want to charge all the way. So that's going to be enjoyable. On the other hand, I might just, while I'm out there, depending on how much the battery is going to cost, I might go get something nice to eat. Because I haven't like ordered out food in forever. And I haven't gone out to even like a simple Chinese meal or whatever. I think the last time I got, when was the last time I ordered food out? PAX East, I think. The last time I went on a road trip, when I went to PAX East, in March. I need a life. Anyhow, I will see you tomorrow, hopefully. All of you, come back. And I don't know if we'll play Lotro. I don't know if we'll play DDO. I don't know if we'll play WoW. Maybe I'll play something new. Holy fuck. Wouldn't that be cool? But I will be here, and I hope to see you here. All right? Bye now. Go pet your kitty, Igneous. Bye.